Imagine your buyer in Dubai paying 0% duty instead of 5% on your product just because you submitted one document correctly. And this one document just saved Dubai buyer $5,000 in customs duty. And it only took 10 minutes to apply for. That document is called the Certificate of Origin. Either misuse it or don't fully understand it. If you are an Indian exporter looking to expand globally, one of the biggest advantages you can leverage is Free Trade Agreement or FTAs. These are the secrets to making your product cheaper and more competitive than a supplier from another country. FTAs are agreements between countries that reduce or eliminate tariffs. Basically, the taxes imposed on imported and exported goods. Lower tariffs means your product becomes more competitive in international markets. For Indian exporters, some key FTAs include India UAE SEPA, India Australia FATCA, and ASEAN India FTA, and newly signed India New Zealand FTA. These agreements can make your product cheaper and more competitive. Export garments to UAE. Without FTA, it's 5% duty. But with FTA, it's
Wow!
0% duty. That 5% difference can decide whether your buyer chooses you or your competitor country. But here's the catch, you don't automatically get these tariff benefits. To actually claim reduced or zero duty under an FTA, you need to follow few important steps. First step is check your tariff benefits. First, you need to confirm whether your product is eligible for tariff reduction under a specific FTA. Products are classified using an instrument called HS code, a global system used to identify goods. By checking the relevant FTA portal or tariff schedule of the importing country, you can see what duty normally applies and what reduced rate
Wow!
is available under the FTA. Now comes the step 2, meet the rules of origin. Next comes the most critical part. These rules determine whether your product truly originates from India as required under the FTA. This could depend on whether the product is wholly obtained in India or sufficiently processed or manufactured in India. If your product doesn't meet these rules, you won't qualify for tariff benefits, even if it's exported from India. Now, the step 3, which is the most important document, that is Certificate of Origin COO. This is the proof that your product meets the rules of origin requirements under the FTA. The Certificate of Origin identifies your goods, confirms their origin, and is submitted to customs in the importing country. It is issued by custom authorities in the importing country to decide whether your product qualifies for the FTA tariff benefits, what duty rate should apply, and whether the shipment is compliant. Without this document, your buyer may have to pay full duty, making your product less competitive. Now, the very important, that is the types of certificate of origin. There are basically two main types every exporter must understand. First is preferential certificate of origin. This is used under the FTAs, PTAs, or SEPAs. It gives reduced or zero duty. It is mandatory for claiming FTA benefits. And it is issued only when product meets and issued only when product meets rules of origin. For example, India UAE SEPA, India Australia ACTA, India New Zealand FTA. This is the most valuable COO for exporters. Now the second comes the non-preferential certificate of origin. This is used for normal trade. You won't get any FTA benefits. It does not give you duty reduction. It only proves that the goods are made in India. It is used for custom clearance, your trade documentation, and the buyer requirements. Think of it as a basic origin proof, not a benefit tool. Now let's cover what are the latest updates and notifications in 2025 and 26. India has tightened and modernized COO rules. Here's what you must know. First one is that the shift from certificate to proof of origin. Under updated custom rules, India now uses the broader term proof of origin. It covers certificate of origin, self declaration, and other origin documents. This change strengthens verification and reduces misuse of FTAs. Then the second 2026 update is that the mandatory digital certificate of origin. COO must now be issued only to DGFT digital platform. Manual certificates are discontinued. Entire process is now online and traceable. This ensures transparency and faster verification. Now the third strict compliance rule, which has come in April 2026 notification, is that DGFT has tightened rules. COO must be issued by authorized agencies only. Invoice number must match exactly with COO. Stronger verification and audit checks introduced. Any mismatch can lead to rejection of FTA benefits. Fourth is your digitalization and eCOO system expansion. India has expanded electronic issuance of COO. It covers multiple FTAs on a common digital platform. Faster approvals, less paperwork. Digital COO is now the standard system. The fifth is the self certification. Some FTAs now allow exporter self declaration instead of agency issued COO. Example, India EFTA agreement. It reduces time and dependency on third parties. Now, the key compliant takeaways for smooth FTA benefits: always check rules of origin first, maintain proper documentation like BOM, invoices, supplier proof, ensure exact data match, use DGFT online platform only, stay updated with latest notifications. So always remember, FTA gives you opportunity, rules of origin gives you eligibility, but the certificate or proof of origin gives you the benefit. Your documentation is weak, your pricing advantage disappears. But if your COO is strong and compliant, you become globally competitive. So, is your shipment stuck at customs because of a COO error? Comment COO below and I'll share a checklist to help you verify your documents. Stay updated with Ashwarya Trade Talks.